What is up, my Yu-Gi Bros? I'm your host, the one, the only, the RJB0. A very happy business casual new year to you, and it being a new year, I have some New Year's resolutions to make about this channel. Some of these New Year's resolutions have to do with content, some of them have to do with timing, some of them have to do with interaction with the other players. We start with the basic interaction with you, my subscribers. I resolve to respond to as many comments as possible on each video that I create. This may not mean that I'm going to respond to every comment, seeing as I am a college student as of next week, and I will probably not have the time to go through every single comment and respond to it. However, I will do my best. I also resolved to respond to as many threads in the Facebook group as possible. If you haven't joined the Facebook group yet, you absolutely should. I will link you to it in the description below. There's some great discussion going on there in that group, and I fully intend to join in on that discussion throughout this year. I cannot resolve to keep up the same schedule that I've had in a couple of months. I am going to be a college student as of next week, like I said before, and that means that I probably won't have as much time to make videos in the way that I have been recently, where I have 2 or 3 videos a week, plus Casual Friday, plus maybe a live stream or 2. That's just not realistic for me. However, I can say that I do resolve to get up all those videos in time, which means that I will be filming the day before and uploading the day before so that I can have it ready to present to you on the day that I promise to have it, or that it's scheduled to have. For instance, Casual Friday, if all goes well, will be viewable the minute that it hits midnight on Friday. In terms of content, I have a couple of things. The first thing is that this year I've focused a lot more on the top tier than I have in the last couple of years, and I do not resolve to stop talking about the top tier. I love top tier decks. They're a whole lot of fun to me, and I enjoy the competitive game, but I also intend, and I resolve, to talk more about the casual game, and to talk more about rogue decks, and to make some deck profiles for decks you may not have necessarily seen on other channels. Speaking of decks, I also resolved to do many more deck reviews. This used to be a very popular segment on my channel, and people enjoyed it a lot, and I enjoyed doing deck reviews a lot. And that means I'm going to have to put a lot more time and thought into the future meta, or the OCG meta, to talk about the decks that will be visiting us in the near future. And finally, remember how I used to always do deck analyses of decks that topped? I really liked doing that, and I didn't do it recently, mostly because I didn't feel like I could improve the insight on the top tier decks, just because you were so frequently seeing the same top tier decks, and the changes were fairly minor. Now, I don't have a problem with that in and of itself. The competitive game is a very subtle and nuanced thing, but it does mean that you guys don't get to see into the minds of people who play something a little different. I'm going to be hunting down those players who play something a little different so that I can talk about their thought process going into the tournament. I'll probably also be doing some analysis of top tier decks, particularly when something new comes out, like when the new Mermail builds come out, and when heroes are released, and when Neckloths come out. You'll be seeing a lot more deck analyses from me this year. So those are my New Year's resolutions for business casual Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope you guys like this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. If you did, let me know why in the comment section below. And of course, talk to me. What are your New Year's resolutions for Yu-Gi-Oh! Outside of Yu-Gi-Oh! What would you like to see out of my channel? This is all stuff I want to hear about in the comment section. Meanwhile, I gotta jet, guys. See ya.